Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, my dears. Hello, hello, Facebook. Hello, TikTok. TikTok, what are we doing today? How are we? What's going on the tick to the talk? Hello, 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 Instagram. Hello, everybody. I am like I'm loving this topic. Listen, the topics that we are going over, I am a little bit low key obsessed with them. I'm low key obsessed with the topics that I'll be going over with y'all. Like legit obsessed. Give me a second. So, real quick, our topic is on boundaries. Y'all know I'm ready to go crazy about this. I'm going crazy about these boundaries, okay? We have so much to talk about when it comes to boundaries. Um, y'all really, you know, let me tell you something. This is I'm gonna get started, but I want to just say this real quick before I get started. Do you know that in my studies of people, did you know that the people who can set the best boundaries in their lives are the happiest people? And the people who cannot are the most miserable people? Did you know it? Did you know it? Can y'all believe that? Y'all should already know from these lives with me what my scale is going to be on. Y'all should already know. Y'all should already know what the scale is going to be on. So the scale is going to be on how good are you at setting boundaries. 1, horrible at it. 10, you are great at setting boundaries. That's going to be our scale today. And I am definitely going to answer this. I am definitely going to answer it. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to answer this question. I think I'm pretty good at boundaries, but I'm gonna answer it later in the live, okay? Like where I'm at on the scale. Okay. But okay, let's get started. Okay. So there are many boundaries that have to be set. Okay. So now let's just think about ourselves. There are things that we may do for people. There are things that ways that we may go about things, right? And people become accustomed to you maybe sort of doing things for them or operating in a certain way. Okay. People become accustomed to these things. You have the right at any time to set a boundary that stops people from handling you a certain way. You just have that right. You just do. Okay. Now, when you finally say, this is where I'm at with it, this is what I'm going to do, oh my God. Okay, people are going to resist it. No one is going to set and help you set a boundary for you that benefits them. No one's going to do that. You're taking away something that's benefiting them with your boundary. So no one's going to set a boundary for you. All of the things that I talk to you guys about are really things that you have to do. It's work that you have to do. No one's going to do none of the stuff that I'm pretty much going over within my lives for you guys. This is a do-it-yourself project, my loves. I'm sorry. I wish I could. You know what I wish? I wish I could do it for you. Isis, what's going on TikTok? I wish I could do it for you. I wish I could just jump in and make you just the happiest people on earth. I wish you didn't have to do none of the work. I wish this was the case. But you have to do all of the work to bring about your happiness. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. These boundaries are huge, okay? Because take children, for example. At one point in time when they were smaller, there are things that you obviously have to do for these children, okay? There are things that you just can't get around. As these kids get older, sometimes they still expect certain things. And then you have to set a boundary. No, you're going to go get it yourself. No, you're going to, you set those boundaries and they resist it. Some people can't take the resistance and they cave in, making their lives miserable. Oh my God. Alexander Bentley on Instagram, what's going on? Yeah, so like we have to set boundaries. Let me tell you something. If you don't set boundaries, do you know that you're basically making an environment and making a situation where all of your needs and priorities become second? We can't have that. We need y'all to be the best at everything. Apex, what's going on TikTok? We need y'all to be the best, most potent versions of yourself. That's what we need. Twitch, what's going on, Twitch? So when it comes to setting a boundary, we can't ourselves. Listen, y'all, listen, stop everything. Okay, listen. You are the most valuable part of everything. Okay. If you are not the happiest, if you are not the most interested in popping out of bed every day, what are we doing? It don't make sense. It don't make sense to, what are we doing? You are the star of your show. Don't let anybody tell you any different ever. You are the star of your show. You are the star. So no one comes before you. You have to set a boundary where you are just it. You're number one. It's that simple. It's that simple. People will get mad. People will resist you for setting boundaries. That's just what it is. Now, if y'all want to just people please, you'll never set a boundary. You'll be miserable. Okay. If that's the state of mind you want to be in, by all means, like I told y'all a million times before, by all means, you can go ahead and be whatever you want to be. I'm here to get people from where you are to happiness. Okay. That's just what it is. And these boundaries are going to become very important. Let's move on. Let's move on to environments where things are required of you, where you're in work environments or you're working on a project or whatever the case. And people are expecting certain things of you. Or maybe at one point in your life, you were able to give a little more. You were able to stay until 10, 11 o'clock at night. Now you're not. Maybe it's a situation where you're now in a relationship. You weren't before. There are certain things and boundaries you have to now set that you didn't maybe set before. So the hardest part about setting a boundary is when you have to now change what you were previously doing. People are very hard at accepting these things. I mean, very hard. I don't know why, but it's like you're changing something that has benefited them, and I don't know how long. Some people take a very long time to implement a boundary, right? And then they realize, oh my God, my health has failed, my everything, my money's gone. Oh my God, everything's gone. Then they want to set the boundary, and the person is like, "What?" Miss Lady, what's going on TikTok? Welcome. They like, what? You setting a boundary? What do you mean? What do you mean you can't pick up the kids after school? What do you mean that you're eating before I eat? What do you mean? Mugga, what's going on TikTok? Tickety tock. We are talking about boundaries. So y'all know the scale is, I already mentioned the scale. I am going to give my rating toward the end of the live. The scale is how good are you at setting boundaries? One being horrible, 10 being very good at it. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Um, so when you have given a lot of yourself and people don't like the boundary that you're setting, let me just give you a clear understanding. If a person really values and loves you, when you set the boundary for you, they'll be okay with that. They want what's best for you. That's a telltale sign when you have somebody that's just a taker and is not valuing who you are, because they'll have a problem when you set a boundary. Someone who really loves you won't have a problem with that. If you say, I'm very tired, I just can't, I'm sorry, I just can't do that anymore. Cousin made it in here. What's going on Instagram, cousin? We are talking about boundaries. We are talking about boundaries today. Listen. When you have to set the boundary, okay, and that person or environment or company or with whoever it is that you had to set the boundary with becomes resistant to it and treats you bad and makes you feel awful about it, that's a telltale sign that that person or environment needs to be far away from you. Because if you really are valued, they will stick to the boundary, no problem. A person who is ready to take you under will be very mad at the boundary. And guess what? A lot of the times it comes from your children. It is hard to set a boundary with a child. That's hard. That's hard, unfortunately. Shadrain, what's going on TikTok? Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to set a boundary when a child has been used to. Cousin said boundaries are very important. Yes. So, like, I'm gonna re-say what I said at the beginning of the live. I said at the very beginning of the live. The money, what's going on TikTok? So, what I said at the beginning of the live was this. And everything that I've ever studied about people, and I've been in this field for over 20 years, but I've always studied sort of like the ultimate meaning of life, always, my whole life. My mom jokes, your first word was not mother, mom, or dad. Your first word was life. My mom often jokes that. Maybe one day we'll bring my dear mother on the live so she can tell you more about things. Yeah, them kids don't know no boundaries. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I've learned in all of my studies, y'all. The people who set the most boundaries are the happiest people. The people who have the inability to set boundaries are the most miserable people. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. It is listen, it is hard to be rejected by people you love. I get it. Like I listen, y'all, I get it. But it can't come at the dismay of you. You'll get over it. They'll get over it. Okay. Everybody will get over it. Everybody will get adjusted. And you can now live your life. Okay. We need people to be more happy and healthier. It's that simple. We can't keep on putting ourselves second for other people's benefit. It just can't why would I even want to do that? Do you know my mom asks me for nothing? I ask my mom for nothing. My friends ask me for nothing. My family asks me for nothing. You know why? Because well, let's just say that boundaries have been set. Okay, but beyond that, it's like we don't really want to take from each other. You understand? That's not where we are. That's not like a thing. Yes, bring my cousin on. Lydia, what's going on TikTok? Yeah. So these boundaries, like I'm telling y'all, it is a very hard thing to do. Like I said, things change in your life. Okay. Like what was good at a certain point might not just be good right now. Things constantly change. You might go from being married to single, from single to married. Now you have different boundaries with the people that you're around. You understand? Like there's just certain things that you just will and won't do at different points of your life. And that has to be okay. That has to be accepted. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to give y'all my rating. All right, so where we at? Where we at on the scale of 1 through 10? 1 being horrible at boundaries, 10 being amazing at boundaries. Where are we? Who am I talking to? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? 1 being horrible at setting boundaries, 10 being the best at it. Where are we at setting boundaries? While y'all are writing what y'all rating is, just gonna tell y'all I'm keep sticking to it on all platforms, all one word. You can go on Key Life Coaches to book me directly for 60 and 30-minute sessions. Okay. King Cody, what's going on TikTok? Welcome, welcome. We are talking about boundaries today. 8. Kat, what are you not good at? Like, okay, you're always so high up on our scale. Yes, you're always so high up on the scale. Where are we at, y'all? Where are we at in setting boundaries? 1 through 10. Where are we at? Jerusa, what's going on TikTok? Keith Lane, what's up on TikTok? We're talking about boundaries in here. We are talking about boundaries. So where's everybody at? Not really. Laugh out loud. Just haven't discussed some topics. I'm low. Laugh out loud. That's true. We're going to get around to all the topics. My cousin says she is a 6. Yeah, we got to bring it up. What's up, David? What's up, David? I see you on Instagram. Wow, what's going on TikTok? All right, y'all. Setting boundaries. I'm up there on this. I'm up there on this. Now again, we're gonna put it back there again. When it comes to the romantic thing, I'm not the best at setting boundaries there. See, that's where my kryptonite is. Kryptonite. It's the kryptonite, the superwoman. Yeah. That's my kryptonite, the romantic thing. So we're talking about boundaries with the romantic thing. I am low. But if we're talking about boundaries all across the board, I'm up there. I'm up there. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 8. 7 sounds low. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 8. Yeah, I'm at an 8 with y'all. I'm at an 8. 6. Cousin, why you at a 6? Anybody who wants to come on a live, you can put your email in the chat. Anybody who wants to come on live, you can put your email in the chat from whatever platform you are on. Make sure when you come on that you are talking about boundaries, and I would love for you to bring a problem. Okay, bring a problem on if you have one, and we are talking about boundaries. Okay, so let me get back. I'm gonna get back to teaching. Breathing courage. What's going on? Welcome from TikTok. All right, y'all. So listen. When it comes to boundaries, okay, the best thing to do is to already sort of kind of condition people from the beginning on what your standards are. That's the best way, okay? But we change, right? Like I just was saying, we put up with different things at different times. Okay, so this is not something that we can sort of like put forward right away. And also, different people bring out different sort of sides of us, okay? We might set a boundary with this friend, but not with that friend. Okay, this friend knows not to come to your house at 2 in the morning. This friend, you have to set the boundary because they're going to disturb you all night long. Where this friend, if they come at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know it's a serious problem. So you don't even have to set a boundary with that friend. So you have to know who to set what boundaries with. You might have multiple children. You might have one child. You can kind of you don't have to set certain boundaries, but this child has to have a strict boundary because you know your kids, you know who needs to do what. Okay. All the kids watching, I have to talk to y'all. I know there's a lot of kids that watch it. Watch the lives. Thank you to everybody who watches the lives later. There are more people who watch the lives later than the people who are actually live with us. I appreciate the people who are on with me. It is so much easier to do these lives. I'm gonna do them anyway. I'm gonna let y'all know. But it's so much easier to do it when y'all are right here with me, talking to me and things like that. Um, but to the kids, right? When it comes to boundaries, I know childhood is a very hard thing to get through. Okay. Trust me, I'm with you on that. I'm not an adult that looks at kids and, go over there and I said I don't look at kids like that. I know that kids are going through a lot. They're going through so many changes. Stuff is not even being explained to them. They have to just sort of go with everybody else's flow. They have their own opinions. They have so many things going on that's not even listened to. Is not a thing. Adults are so concerned with survival and paying the bills or whatever else. Oh, I gotta get you here. I gotta get you to practice. I gotta get you to school. Oh my God, you got a project coming up. Oh my, they're so deprived of time and kind of like going and going. They don't even think about what a kid is feeling or thinking. But all the kids watching this, setting boundaries, that is going to be very key to you becoming an adult that sets boundaries. And it's as simple as making certain statements. I don't like that. Okay. We're not going to make it a grand production that gets you all, flustered and gets you all scared to say certain things. When an adult does or says something that or makes you uncomfortable, when you're really uncomfortable and you feel very unsafe, just say those words. I don't like that. I don't feel safe. Okay. Say these words. And then when you get around people that you do feel safe with, tell them, I don't feel safe when I'm here. Just use those simple words. Okay. An adult that is in your life to protect you, they will hear that and they will make sure things happen for you. Okay. That's a very smooth way of not being disrespectful, not lashing out. I'm gonna tell you what kids do. I'm gonna tell you what everybody does, really, but especially kids, they can't verbalize. So they'll act out. They'll have a crazy behavior. They'll fall out. They'll be disruptive and things like that. Really, it's all because something is happening and they can't set the boundary. They can't verbalize it. They're too small to protect themselves. So they're just going to act out. Okay. So children, everybody, all children that are watching this, please use the words, I don't like this. I don't feel safe. When you get around a family member, somebody that you trust, use those exact words to describe whatever's going on wherever you are. Okay. All right, y'all. What's up, cousin? What's up, Jess? I see you over there on Instagram. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Anybody that wants to come on the live, you can put your email in whatever chat you are on. If you want to come on live, put your email in whatever chat you are on. Put your email in and we can bring you up. Hey, cousin. Put your email in and we can bring you up and we can talk to you. I'll talk to you right on the screen. Keep it very specific to boundaries. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to keep going. I have a lot to say. I have I have a lot to say. Boundaries goes on and on and on. I was actually going to write a book on boundaries, actually, but there's so much material out on boundaries. So, um, I don't want to beat a dead horse. There's so much material out on boundaries, though. Okay. So I just want to say this. Your spirit should never feel compromised with anything you're doing, with who you're around, what you're doing. If you are doing something that compromises your feelings, you need to set a boundary almost with yourself. You need to be able to set boundaries with yourself. Like you will be doing. Like, hey, I don't like that. You know how many times I talk to you gotta start talking to yourself. Like, hey, I don't like that. I don't like that. You gotta start talking to yourself. Yep. So yeah, you have to set boundaries with yourself. Okay. And you have to sort of put things in place to make you get better and better. You have to put things in place for yourself. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna work out. That's I had to talk with myself. And I said, it's 168 hours in a week. I need you to work out 3 of those hours. Just three. Just three. Can you do that, Kay? Just three. So you set boundaries with yourself. Like, only you can control what you eat, where you go, what you do. Only you can control those things. If you have a lot to say, put your email in the chat, and I can bring you on here. Put your email in the chat, and I will bring you on here. This live will be up. Okay, just understand this live is public. Okay, so you will be on the internet. You will be on the internet. If you want to come on the live, just put your email in. You said maybe they could send a private message. What, with their email? Anybody who wants to go live? Oh, I want to get on, but I just had surgery. Oh, I'm sorry, cousin. Oh, you can't get on next time. Next time. Next time. All right, but listen, y'all. You have to set boundaries with yourself, the people around you, your children, everybody. Okay? And also, just remember, in relationships, dynamics change. What you're okay with at one part of your romantic relationship, you may not always be okay with. Okay? Y'all got to understand that too. You have the right to kind of switch up what you're okay with. And the boundaries that you set according to that. You have the right to do that. You have the right to do that. Yeah. So anybody else? We y'all at in setting boundaries on a scale of 1 through 10. My mom is in here. Y'all, whatever platform y'all on, like, comment, and subscribe, please, from wherever you are. I don't ask y'all to do that. I be forgetting to ask y'all to do that. I do. I be forgetting to ask y'all to do that. I'm a sucker for those kids, though. It is hard. It is hard with children. But you have to understand that as children kind of progress, what you're able to do at certain points of their lives should change. You should be able to set boundaries for what you're now able to do for them. It can't just be you're treating them like they're 10, okay? And they're 15, now they're 18. You have to start setting boundaries for what you're going to do for those children as they progress, okay? Just like I said in a relationship, if at one point when I'm 30, I'm expecting it's free, y'all. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. It's free. Okay? Hit like. TikTok, run it up, like over there on TikTok. Hit it. But yeah, like, even I still can't go to the bathroom by myself. Oh, he can't, and he's 21. Well, what are we doing? So you're not even your inability to set a boundary is hindering you and him. You understand? It's not, these boundaries are beneficial to you, but it's also beneficial to everybody because you're going to be a healthier, happier person. Not setting boundaries is gonna make your life miserable. You're turning on yourself for other people, and don't expect no one else to set a boundary for you that benefits them. That's never gonna happen. Y'all, you have to do all the work that I'm saying in these lives, all these topics that I'm going over. It's up to you to do all the work. No one else can do it for you. I promise you, I swear, I wish I could just do it for y'all. I mean, I would just do all the stuff for y'all. But it just doesn't work like that. You have to do the work. And he don't care. Yeah, of course. I keep saying that. Don't expect him to set a boundary that for you that benefits him. It's not going to happen. So I'm just going to say this one more time. The people who are able to set the most boundaries are the happiest people. The people who are not are the most miserable people. So figure it out. It's either, make people mad in the moment and you get to kind of enjoy your days, or you kind of make them mad a little bit in the moment and then you get your life. That's the difference. That is the difference. All right, y'all. So to everybody watching the live later, thank you so much. Please leave comments. Even if you watch the live later, I see the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. I would also love to hear where you are on a scale. 1 being horrible at setting boundaries, 10, you are great at setting boundaries. Please turn your notifications on because we will be letting you know when the next live is. Boundaries will protect your peace. That's what if my mom could come on here and talk about boundaries, whoo. Jasmine, what's going on TikTok? Mama, if you could come talk about boundaries one day, wow. No pressure. There's no pressure. You will be a better person when you get it. The habit of protecting your peace and boundaries. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. So listen, y'all, turn your notifications on. I won't be live tomorrow. I have an event tomorrow. Okay. I won't be live tomorrow. I'll keep you out. If you turn your notifications on, you will see when the next live will be and what our topic will be. It's going to be great. I have so many things to talk to y'all about. I've been having the time of my life. I cannot wait to get to the next topic. You guys have been amazing. I love talking to y'all most nights, unless I can't be on. But, again, I'm key sticking to it. You can book me on Key Life Coaches for 30 and 60-minute sessions. If you just can't wait until the next live, you can go on keylifecoaches.com. If you just can't wait for the next live. I love y'all. Turn your notifications on.